I'm here, Jerry. Take a drink. You look a little dehydrated, brother. You seem a little dehydrated. You okay? You want to take a drink of this to give yourself some? How you feel, man? You feel okay?
What happened?
You all right? Okay. Do you want to drink some of this and give you some electrolyte?
Democrats just shut down a Republican member for trying to play a simple video, a clip of parents speaking out at school board meetings. Jerry Nadler and Madeleine Dean claimed there was a 48-hour rule, but Republicans fired back, demanding to know where that rule even exists. Spoiler, it doesn't. In this video, the screen breaks down the heated exchange in the House Judiciary Committee, exposes the real reason Democrats didn't want this video shown, and reveals what this moment says about censorship and fear inside Congress. This wasn't just about procedure, it was about silencing the voices of American parents. Watch the full reaction and see how far they'll go to control the narrative.
Mr. Chairman, we have a video we'd like to play.
Mr. Chairman.
We have a video we'd like to play.
Mr. Chairman.
Ms. Dean,
I object.
what purpose does Ms. Dean seek recognition?
I object. I'm reserving my right to object to the video.
Why would
May I
you-
inquire as to whether the gentleman has followed the Judiciary Committee's AV protocol by providing 48 hours notice to the committee's clerk that he was going to use a video?
We provided notice. Well, first of all, there's no 48-hour rule. It's not in the committee rules. Second, we did let the committee staff, the majority, know that we had a video, and we gave the video to him this morning.
Responding to the gentlelady's request, he did not. He did not supply the 48 hours rule. 48 hours notice required by the rule.
Mr. Chairman.
Then I insist on my objection. Having failed to follow the bipartisan protocol, I insist on my objection.
An objection has been heard. The video will not be shown.
I appeal the ruling of the chair.
The ruling has been made. There's been an objection.
There's been no ruling that was made. There's been no ruling that's
Chairman,
been made. There's been an objection.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to speak regarding
No, that's out of order. This is not debatable.
Well, what's out of order is there is no rule that requires a 48-hour notice. That's what's out of order.
There is such a rule.
There is not in our rules.
Mr. Chairman, what are you afraid of?
There is such a rule. You objected last year. You were told there was such a rule.
Mr. Chairman, what are our colleagues on the other side of the aisle afraid of? Are they afraid of videos of parents?
The gentleman was recognized for his opening statement. Is he finished with his
ruling of the
opening
chair.
statement?
I'm not finished with my opening.
I seek recognition for a
Gentleman
parliamentary
should
inquiry.
proceed with his opening statement.
It's not a rule. It's what you said. I think the term you used is it's protocol.
The gentlewoman
Rules don't govern
objected.
the conduct of the committee. Rules do. That's not a rule. We had a video. We understood you had a video.
I seek recognition for a parliamentary inquiry.
Gentlewoman objected because you failed to follow the rule. Her objection is sustained.
Mr. Chairman, I seek.
Does the gentleman have anything else?
I seek.
We had a
recognition for a parliamentary inquiry.
We had. Yeah, but I'll yield back in just a second, and particularly if you're going to
The
recognize
gentleman
Mr.
yields back?
No, I haven't yielded back yet. I said I will in a second. It's a video about parents at school board meetings, moms and dads speaking at school board meetings, and you guys aren't going to let us play it?
It will not be an objection has been heard that you failed to give the 48 hours required by the rule, and therefore
What
will not be
rule?
heard.
Mr. Chairman, what rule?
You have to cite the
Parliamentary
rule.
inquiry, what rule? Please present the rule.
In the case of audio-visual materials under the leadership of my predecessor, Chairman Goodlatte, a Republican, the committee developed a written protocol for managing the use of audio-visual materials in our hearings.
Written protocol.
This protocol simply requires members to provide 48 hours notice they are going to use audio-visual materials. Until recently, this protocol was not controversial. It was a helpful tool we used to manage hearings and make sure videos played properly. The gentlewoman has objected to the materials because the gentleman did not provide the agreed-upon 48 hours notice. Playing audiovisual materials during a committee hearing is the equivalent of introducing printed materials into the hearing record. In the normal course of business, we do not object to each other's requests, but members have the right to object if they so choose, and an objection has been heard.
Mr. Chairman, did we ever vote on that?
That's a clever written statement, but a
Gentleman was recognized
protocol
for
is not a
opening
rule.
statement.
Mr. Chairman, obviously you're not going to let us play it. Obviously you're going to censor us, which is sort of the conduct of the left today, it seems, and Democrats today, it seems. I'll yield back the balance of my time.
Gentleman yields back. A point of order. Gentleman will state his point of order.
The actual written rule, this is not a rule.
That is not a point of order, as I said before. Playing audiovisual materials during committee hearing is the equivalent of introducing printed materials into the hearing record. In the normal course of business, we do not object to each other's requests, but members have the right to object if they so choose, and an objection has been heard.
Not a rule, sir. I've asked you to rule on my point of order.
The gentleman has not made a valid point of order.
Now we recognize that.
The gentleman.
Move the table. Move the table.
There's nothing to appeal. There's been no ruling. There's been no ruling.
There's just been an objection.
There's just been an objection, and the objection has been heard.
So now we'll introduce the...
All right, folks, welcome back to the screen, the channel that cuts through the noise and brings you the truth the mainstream media won't touch. If you're tired of watching our leaders dodge accountability and silence the voices of everyday Americans, then hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and let's keep this movement growing. Now let's talk about what just happened in the House Judiciary Committee. You're not going to believe this one. A Republican member tried to play a simple video, a video showing parents speaking out at school board meetings. Moms and dads, regular Americans, standing up for their kids. But before the video could even start, the Democrats jumped in and shut it down. Representative Madeleine Dean objected, claiming there's some so-called 48-hour rule that says you have to give notice before showing a video. But here's the thing, there's no official rule like that. None. The Republican members called it out right there in the hearing, asking over and over, what rule? Show us the rule. And of course, they couldn't, because it's not in the committee's official rules. But did that stop Chairman Jerry Nadler? Of course not. He backed up Dean's objection, hiding behind something called a protocol. Not a rule, not a law, not a vote, just a protocol. Convenient, right? When it helps them silence the opposition, suddenly it's gospel. Now think about this. This wasn't some partisan attack video. It was parents, American parents, speaking out at school board meetings about what's being taught to their kids. You'd think every member of Congress would want to hear from the people they claim to represent. But apparently, the Democrats on that committee didn't want that message getting out. This is the same pattern we've seen again and again. Whether it's social media censorship, whether it's the government labeling concerned parents as extremists, or whether it's congressional committees refusing to let Republicans show a video, the message is always the same. They don't want you to see what's really happening. And when the Republicans pushed back, when they demanded transparency, what happened? Nadler shut them down. He wouldn't even let them appeal. He wouldn't even cite the rule. Because there isn't one. This wasn't about order or procedure. This was about control. Here's the truth. The Democrats love to talk about protecting democracy, but the moment real Americans try to speak, they do everything they can to silence them. They can't handle the reality of parents standing up, speaking out, and demanding better for their kids. That's what this video was about, and that's exactly why they didn't want it played. We're watching a government that's afraid of its own citizens, afraid of parents, afraid of truth. And if you think that's going to stop here, you're mistaken. They'll keep doing it until we hold them accountable. So to everyone watching, don't let them get away with it. Stay informed, stay vocal, and keep fighting for your right to be heard. This isn't about left or right anymore. It's about whether ordinary Americans still get a voice in their own country. If you agree that transparency matters, that parents matter, and that censorship has no place in our democracy, then make sure you subscribe to the screen. Hit that like button, share this video, and help us get the truth out. Because if we don't speak up now, they'll silence us completely. This is the screen. Thanks for watching. Stay strong, stay free, and I'll see you in the next one.